I'm great. I'm great. Who was that woman?
Who was the woman?
That woman. She was so nice. Thank you for letting me.
You two, you
touch you
hugged
inappropriately.
That was a serious embrace right there.
It's so good to see you.
It's so good to see you too. Yay! This is a little different. Hi, I'm hosting now.
It is. Yes, I know. What happened to you?
I know, it's a little crazy.
And Michael, I'm a big fan of yours back from that hobby you had with the Giants.
Yeah,
so that was awesome.
That was a long hobby, but thank you very much, man. Thank you. And I'm a fan of yours as well.
Thank you.
And you came from a family of actors. Tyne Daly's your sister. James Daly's your father.
That is correct.
But from back in the, he's known for Medical Center, back in the TV series back in the day. But do you remember when you said, you know, I want to be an actor, when you felt like you could do it?
Well, there was a moment when I felt like I could do it, but that wasn't the moment that I knew that I was going to become an actor. The moment I felt like I could do it was my freshman year in high school. I did a production of Twelfth Night, which is a Shakespeare play. You should all read it. And I played this character called Malvolio, a character I would never be cast for. And my parents afterwards said that they didn't know who I was until the second act, and I thought, that's pretty good.
Wow.
I pulled the wool over their eyes. So that was kind of fantastic. But then it took me a while to get around to it. I went to college, and it took me a while to sort of, I went to sort of a regular Joe period and had a lot of, you know, different jobs, but eventually I came here and kind of pursued it with a passion.
Well, we actually have a photo of you from high school that we're going to pull up right here.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Look at that. Hello. I'm taking the long hair.
Oh, my God. Oh, boy. All right.
I had to pull it up.
Thanks for that. That was great.
Now, when you first started doing some work on film, you worked with your father in Enemy of the People. But how did you get that role?
Okay, this is not the beginning of my career. Believe me, there was a kid who was cast in this role, and you know, apparently he was not learning his lines and throwing spitballs and being a general pain in the butt. And so they fired him, and they just kind of stuck me in there. That was my first experience. But I remember that I got paid, and that was important to me as a 10-year-old for some reason. But you know, I had a great time with my dad because I admired him a lot, and I got to watch him work, and you know, it was a lot of fun.
Well, you know what we love about, you know, this stuff is that we actually have a clip of you.
Yep.
What?
Yeah, we have a clip of you back then.
Surprise.
Here you go.
Oh, no.
They called you a traitor, an enemy of the people.
That's all right, boy. That's all right.
Okay. No.
We're surprised that you left right and center.
That's bad. I mean, that's just bad. The other thing that I remember, that there was this one scene where we were shooting, the camera was shooting between me and this kid that played my brother, and they didn't have any money. It was done for PBS, and twice I just looked right in the camera. I just went like that, and they didn't have the money to do it again, so that is on that tape. I mean, just looking like.
And now you're going to be going back to stage because you're returning to New York stage in The Ruins of Civilization next month.
Yes, I'm in rehearsal right now. Thank you. Oh, yay. Come and see it. Yes, I'm deeply in rehearsal for this play called The Ruins of Civilization at the Manhattan Theater Club, and it's a fascinating play about this couple in the near future who live in a society that has a lot more problems than we have right now, and they're sort of trying to find their humanity in the midst of you know, everything that's going on in the world.
And at one point, you only wanted to work in theater, which I found amazing.
Well, that's my. This is the thing. My hope is that, like, the third act of my career, that's all I do. And what I like about that is, you get some of that here. You know, you're in a room with a bunch of strangers. There's this weird energy that happens. It's really fun.
Well, you know what? We got to take a quick break, man. And when we come back, we're going to find out what it's like being married to one of the most powerful women in Washington on Madam Secretary. So we'll be right back with Tim Daly, everybody.
So you star on Madam Secretary. That has just been renewed for its third season.
Yes, we start our third season in July.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I mean, I had a great time this year, and you know, I think we're sort of a hit. Is that what they call it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
But the thing that I love about this show is you're married to a very successful woman, a very powerful woman, but you're a powerful man as well. And I think that's a dynamic we're not used to seeing. It's like you don't cower down to the powerful.
You know, it's
woman in your
interesting because there's this sort of void in most television now, which is that very seldom is a solid marriage portrayed. And I think that, you know, maybe unfortunately, it's something that makes the show unique, because here are these two people who, despite a lot of really difficult challenges, are in it for good, you know, and they will do anything to make it work. And I think that's represented very well in the show.
It is, yeah. And you guys recently just shot at the UN, correct?
We did. I was there, you know, I sort of walked around and pretended that I was, you know, going to make a speech there. That'll never happen. Oh, there I was. Yeah, that's not going to happen. But, you know, it's a fascinating place, and you feel a sense of a lot of history and you know, all the momentous things that happen in that space.
Yeah.
And also, Madeleine Albright was on the show. And how was it filming with her?
Well, I didn't get to work with Madeleine, but Madeleine has been a friend of mine for about 8 years. So this is what's funny, and one of the things I think is great about the show is that it peeks behind the curtain of these powerful people. When I first met Madeleine, it was at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and I was walking in, and I sort of thought, like, ooh, whoa, there's Madeleine Albright. And I was doing private practice at the time, and Madeleine looked at me and she said, oh my God, Tim Daly, private practice, Pete and Violet, you did this, and you did this. I was like, okay, you're Madeleine Albright. You are like writing books and giving speeches and dealing with geopolitical intrigue every day, and you know my character's name on a TV show? Like, you have time to watch it? So, you know, it was sort of, it revealed to me that she's like everybody else, despite the fact she has a big, important job.
Right, a huge fan. And do you guys take storylines from the headlines directly?
Well, this is what's weird, is that I sometimes wonder who our writers really are, because we don't take stories from the headlines. We take stories and shoot them, and then they become headlines. It's like to have a crystal ball, or there's something going on that we don't know about.
So what's coming up next?
Oh, gosh, you don't want to know.
What's going to happen in the world?
There's problems. There's a lot of problems.
Well, you know what? What is happening at the show is a hit, like you said. You've been renewed for your 3rd season. Congratulations on that. And it is Madam Secretary there Sunday night at 8 p.m. on CBS. Talented Tim Daly, everybody. And when we come back, we're going to take a look at Shay in action in her new film, Mother's Day. So don't go anywhere.